welcome to today's Music and Me, featuring interviewee Haley Holcomb.
Hi, it's so good to see you. Thank you for having me here.
It's good to see you too. Thanks for joining us, Haley.
Oh, absolutely.
So how have you been?
Oh, I've been pretty busy, I like to say.
Okay.
And yourself?
I've also been busy, but I'm excited for the end of the school year.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Oh, I've been doing all sorts of music classes and working really hard. I've been working on playing my tuba better, and I've been working on piano music. Oh, yeah, it's been amazing.
Awesome. So what does studying music at the University of Missouri look like for you?
For me, it's learning more about my instrument and all the other instruments I'll one day learn or teach students, because I have to know what they are before they do. So I learn about the instruments, I learn about the theory behind all the music that I'll be conducting one day. I will also, or I have, learned the history of all the music as well, from Western music to music in the United States. It's really amazing, actually.
That does sound interesting.
Yes.
So what is your anticipated career path?
My whole goal would be to work in an inner city or rural community as a middle school and high school band director. I just really like the idea of building a community through music, and the best way to do that is in the classroom and getting to know the students, and from there just expanding from the students to their parents or family members, in which they go home and hopefully a parent or a guardian's like, what have you done today? What did you learn today? And then they can learn and grow from, hey, I had band today and we played this really cool piece, and here's why. Or, yeah, today we learned how to read music. So when I look at this piece of music, this ledger music, this is a C right here, and be able to have the students elaborate to the parents so they get a better understanding of music as well.
I think that's really cool.
Absolutely. I also really want to build from just like the music program that's there, and like grow something, maybe a beginning piano class if they don't have one. If they do have one, I'd love to get involved with it as well. I also would love to be a coach at like track and cross country. I did that back in the day, and if I can be a coach for them, because certain districts do allow teachers to be coaches, I would love to like pull them in to their own sports, but also share with them other things they can do. Like personally, I remember choosing between colleges. I had quite a long list, and it's like, oh, these colleges wanted me for athletics, and these colleges wanted me for music, or even both. And when it came down to it, it's like, what did I want to do? So I want to be able to give my students that option of, yeah, I could be a runner. I could also be a musician. I could be both.
I love that, and I feel like it's important for students to have those options, just like you said, like just being
Absolutely.
more well-rounded, putting their eggs in more than one basket.
Oh, absolutely. And even if it's just to make the resume look good, like it's a great experience. It'll be something they'll never forget.
Yeah.
Just think about when you first started playing music. What brought you in?
Yeah, what brought me in? Are you gonna ask me?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I started in 5th grade and I really liked it, but like you, once I got to high school, I did balance athletics and music. Luckily, I feel like I did kind of have to choose for colleges, because like you said, some schools wanted me for athletics, others for music, and I just had to think about, okay, what do I really want to do? But yeah, I think music is definitely, like, I'm so glad I did it in high school,
Right.
in addition to all the other things that I was involved in too.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, they might not know anything about music, these students, these athletes, and if I can tell them about it, that's still a new way to outreach to a community. They might be friends with, let's say, football players, and those football players have a big influence in a high school.
They do.
Where if you have the quarterback in a choir room or even a band room, it's unstoppable. They all join because you're like, I want to be like the cool kid.
Yeah.
And I don't want to stop them. I want them to learn from it. Even if they're not the best instrumentalist,
that's okay.
It's a growing thing. That's what I'm there for, is to help them. And that includes piano as well. Like, if they can't read music, there's more than one way to go about learning how to read music, or even like learning how to hold your hands properly over the keys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the experience I want to give to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
Yes.
I'm already excited for them to experience all of that, your future students.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what is your plan for your future studies?
So personally, debating on how my scholastics go, I have this idea to either start taking secondary private lessons, where I continue to have private lessons on my tuba, but I'll take private lessons on piano, so I can continue to grow and build my skills. But I also, if that's not a possibility for me, if I have to work or I have too many classes, it just doesn't fit my schedule, I would love to just continue to look at my piano books that I've accrued over the school years and be able to just like look at a piece or an excerpt and be like, okay, I'm going to work on this for X amount of time, and then like record it, put it onto YouTube, and receive some feedback. That's what a lot of people do today is they'll play something and they say, this is a learning experience, I would love to grow some more as a musician. Any feedback is necessary, and YouTube's a great place for that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely.
So the next question is, can you explain the type of music you might use in the future?
Yeah, so if I'm able to start up the beginning piano program, I'll show you over here on the piano.
Okay.
I want to start them off just to make sure we're all informed about the different rhythms and the different notes that there are, like if you're looking at the music. But there's a difference between looking at the music and playing the music. So instead of looking up, we're going to look down at the keys, and we're going to learn a simple 1-octave C scale. In the process, I'll explain to them the hand and how your thumb is going to be 1 on the right hand, and from there you count 1 up to 5. And you'll be able to place your fingers on each white key and play it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is really cool. And that's half of the octave right there. And I'll explain to them what an octave is, of course. But we'll start off simple, and we'll probably have the C scale in front of us, so they're able to look up when necessary. And it's all going to have the numbers below each note. So it's going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to be played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go back down with that. But we're not going to do that right now. And from there, we're going to learn about arpeggiations. So we'll learn to do 1, 3, 5. Work from there. And we'll also learn about chords. So there's the 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1 chord. And that's one of the most basic chord combinations to put together. And as I just showed right here, we will only use one hand at a time. So I just say right hand, we'll then go to the left hand. And do the exact same thing as we did with the right hand, because we want to have evenness all across the board.
Got it.
Would you like to give it a try?
Sure. So what should I do first?
Alright, so we're going to take your right hand and we're going to place it on C. Can you find C for me? Absolutely. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And that's going up the octave. Now, to come back down, it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to cross over, and the third finger is going to be your next note with 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Alright, shall we try it? 1,
Yes.
2, 3. That was awesome. I did notice some hand issues,
Yeah.
but that's what we got to do. We have to start off with some of the basics of just knowing how it's supposed to sound and then work from there, right?
Yes.
And I was doing a poor job of counting off. I'm sorry about
Oh,
that.
that's okay.
But from there, that's the whole plan, is to be able to teach music and have them grow personally from it as well.
That's awesome. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you
Haley.
for having me. I
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
See you later.
Bye.